You did. Technical. Hey, I thought we had it.
Come on in,
Come on in,
Scooch in.
Ann.
Scooch in.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you can hear us okay here at the official Ann Lynn channel. I am Ann.
I'm Lynn. I'm Glenda.
This is Glenda.
Glenda's squished in between the Ann and the Lynn. It's an Ann Lynn sandwich.
Ooh.
That's right.
Ooh.
Best kind of sandwich. That's it.
And so this is my baby daughter.
Yeah.
Glenda from Grace
My
and Fire.
baby and niece.
Yes. And we get your glasses up.
All right.
You did feel this one. All right. We're clinking, hey, we're going to hear it. Clink.
Clank, clank.
Hey, mine really.
Yours really does.
Yeah, one more.
All right.
Coffee
Cheers.
time. Cheers.
More coffee.
I know.
Imagine that. So we are streaming from both channels.
Yeah.
Right. We're co-streaming, and we are streaming from Gatlinburg,
Yes.
Tennessee. Looky what I got on me.
You got tape on you.
Yeah.
The
That's
queen
one
of
way.
Scotch tape.
That's one way of trying to look younger.
I know.
I got caught.
I know. Tape, except for, I don't know that people are paying attention to your forearm, but, that's just how
My
it rolls.
forearm.
Well, she's trying to tape, back here.
The fat back like that. That's why I'm letting my hair grow long so I
Ah.
can tape my neck up. No, I'm just kidding.
Now the story's out.
That's really the truth.
The truth is she uses tape to make herself look younger. Oh no, the shame.
Shame.
The shame.
Shame. Well, let's say good morning to the chat. And so we're the chat. Unfortunately, we're not seeing on the computer. We're having to use our phones because we're on location. Nope, we're gonna. So we have Scotty, Lone Cross, MTP. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Scotty was over at my channel this morning
Oh.
when I did my
I know,
pop-up.
I know.
Thank you
Did the
so
pop-up.
much, and thank you for moderating for me. We have Tiffany from Canadian Family Live.
Hi, Tiffany.
Oh, it is showing.
Well, I just got
Okay.
one.
Oh,
Well,
you're
so-
seeing my chat. That's mine.
Isn't
So that would
awesome?
be Jesse. He's over sitting at Grace and Fire.
Thanks,
Oh.
Jesse.
And Jesse, you are the mod father for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
That's for you, bud.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me try it.
Yeah, you gotta do it. You can do it.
There.
Big hearts.
Big heart.
We love Jesse. That's the truth. We were talking about Jesse and Lisa the other day.
Yes, we were.
Oh, I told him last night.
Yeah, we were. All good things. we
Oh,
promise.
Absolutely. And I let the cat out of the bag.
What did you say? Did I
Nothing.
miss it?
Nothing.
Oh boy.
Nothing.
Well, okay. So then, what cat out of the bag? What cat? The what? The what cat? Oh, okay. Well, it's secret. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then we have Tiffany from Canadian Family Live
Yes.
and Becky Benton. Hello, Becky.
Becky.
And then Lisa R. Hall.
Oh,
my goodness.
Lisa, good
She's
morning.
fine.
Woo, woo.
Lisa, where have you been, girl? I'm so glad to
I
see
know.
her.
That's what we said last night. We
Oh
were
my
so glad.
gosh.
She came in last night.
Did she?
Mhm.
Yes.
I didn't. I missed
And
that. I was
Access
in
to
bed.
Christ came in last night. I'm getting goosebumps.
Oh my
I'm getting
gosh.
goosebumps.
Oh my gosh. And then my big brother, Scott. Nothing but love for my big brother.
That's right.
That's
Boy,
right.
didn't he help us out one time?
I was having a conversation with Miss Kay last night about Scott. Actually, Scott, we were talking about you last night.
well,
All good.
They
Not-
were at their
not
townhouse, not us.
Yeah, I was at my own house, but we were talking about how awesome you were. You saved mom
Oh,
so
Oh.
much money,
mhm.
and
Worry,
because we had
anxiety.
gone up to New York. I'm gonna tell the story. We'd gone up to New York. Mom was selling her house.
Oh, it was a yeah.
It was a hard sell because there was a lot of things that kept popping up. And so we decided to do a girls run up there,
Yeah,
check
that-
on the house.
It was under
Before-
contract.
Right. But we wanted to check on the house, make sure everything was fine, and go antiquing. And
Well-
Scott said, hey, I'll meet you guys in upstate New York,
Mhm.
which was,
Because Scott's in Canada.
let me just say that was a God thing.
Mhm.
And then So we go into the house. We hadn't seen Scott. We were making a quick pit stop to unload things, and we knew we were going to have dinner. And so Mom walks in the house, and then I walk in, then Aunt Lynn walks in, and we all smell this horrible gas smell.
Mm.
And Mom's on the phone with the plumber and trying to get a quote on how much it would cost to come deal with this, trying to get out of this house. I mean, like, it just turned into a nightmare right at the end, trying to get it sold. And
the buyer was extremely picky. He was a physician,
yeah,
which is wonderful for the community.
Absolutely.
But
but it was really hard.
But it made it. Doctors are super picky.
So then we're like, okay, we're on crunch time because Scott's here. We got to have dinner. And we all knew he was hungry, and we were hungry, and we wanted to meet Scott. Like, it was super exciting. But over dinner, mom's fretting over it. I could see it in the eyes. I'm like, Mom's not enjoying herself. And so finally we told Scott what was going on, and Scott goes, well, I'll just come over and
take a whiff
and
come
try
over
to
and
help you figure this out.
Come over and smell my house.
Come over and smell the house. So he was kind of like Big Brother to the rescue.
Yeah.
And he comes over and he goes, he's looking around and checking different things and goes in. We realized it was coming from the basement. And so he's looking around. He goes, he said, this house is set empty for a couple months. All you got to do is turn on the water and let it run for a little bit.
It was just the backed up gases because the house hadn't been lived in. If you don't, the thing is about a house, you have to have life in it or it will deteriorate.
Mm-hmm.
And for sitting for a couple months, all closed in, and all 3 bathrooms,
the whole house,
in the basement,
whole house smelled.
It was just,
we didn't know if it was sewer or natural gas. We didn't know what it was.
We thought it was natural gas.
So we opened the house up, and we opened the house up, ran water and all the.
By the time we left, it was all gone.
Yeah,
saved Mom a lot of money. So Scott, when I say Big Brother to the rescue,
yeah,
I was having this conversation about you last night. So to my sister,
well,
I'm
how about that?
And then I told Miss Kay, I said, I don't know if she's watching or not. She's over at the other house.
She's probably in bed.
But I said, I always wanted a big brother. And she goes, well, then we need to tell Mom to rewind history and go back and get Scott. I'm like, that's right.
Okay.
Because I would want Scott as my big brother.
Okay.
All right. So Scott, you're here. And let's see here.
Dizzy Goat's here.
Finally, a real live click-in from Lazy Days. I think we were having problems with it at the beginning. And of course, the mod father, check that out. He is modding. And then Dirt's got
Dizzy Goat, isn't it?
DZRT Goat.
Oh.
Is in the house. What? Now, do I put that all together or do I say DZRT? Is it dessert? Like dessert?
No, I saw it as like Dizzy Goat, but okay.
So correct me. It's okay. I want to make sure I say it right. And
Dessert.
Lazy Days ahead. Hello and long time no see. Yeah, I think Jesse was on the road this morning.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
So
before we go much further, you know what? We need to just go ahead and get this out of the way because I want to eat my snack.
yeah.
Oh.
Hope you got your snack because it.
Nope, it's
Wrong
not.
one.
It's not.
Not
that.
that.
It may be this one.
This one. Ta-da! We've got our snack.
Fruit. I have bananas and peaches.
I have cantaloupe with some salt on it because you need a little salt.
And I had cantaloupe and banana.
All right. What are you guys having for snack time? Or are you having breakfast? Are you having lunch? It's almost lunchtime.
Look at this gigantic fork.
I know. We got the smaller ones.
Mm.
Well, I think we have both, but this is gigantic.
Aunt Lynn, this is finally room temperature.
Mm.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
We were having a conversation about cantaloupe being in the fridge, and it doesn't taste very good until it comes to room temperature. And then you really do taste the sweetness. Of course, the salt brings the sweetness out.
Well,
We were at a flea market when we arrived this week. And when we went through the flea market, but when we came out, there was a fruit and vegetable stand. And we purchased peaches, which are, I haven't had a peach like that since we were kids. They're the kind that they kind of go around like
I'm
this
sure
on your
these are
cheeks
Georgia.
and down your throat. And
I'm sure these are
Whoops,
Georgia
sorry.
peaches.
Oh, they're
They're
fantastic.
great.
And we had corn on the cob, which we all decided was the best corn last night.
Yeah, it was.
And you bought a pepper.
Oh boy, I'm having audio problems.
Oh,
Ring, yeah, you got a little ring.
I don't know how to get out of that. Hopefully, oh boy. Okay, hopefully I didn't stop the stream, but I'm having problems with my streaming. There we go.
and we bought blueberries.
Yeah, they're all gone.
Okay, DZRT is short for desert like the environment. Okay, so it's
Dry. Are you dry?
So it's desert goat. Well, I mean, are you in the desert? Maybe I
Mhm.
should know that. I used to live in the desert.
yeah.
Mhm.
I
Beautiful
visited
place.
the desert. Does that count?
It does count. She was outside sunbathing on Christmas morning
Yeah.
I was
in the desert.
in the desert for 21 days at Yakima Firing Center.
Mm.
You had on your combat boots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lynn wore combat boots.
Mm-hmm. Mm. A lot of people don't think about our female veterans. And they always thank the men, as it should be. Thank everybody. But
Right.
don't forget, there are female veterans too.
Well, I have to say, cameraman, my hubby,
He's a Marine
in
and
the
a
Army,
soldier.
Well, he's Army Marine.
and in National Guard.
Mhm.
But now people always thank him because he wears a hat, right?
Mhm.
And for
Which is
years-
good.
for a
Which is
long-
good.
Yeah, I think
Absolutely.
if I look good in a hat, I'd wear one. I just look good in a hat. But anyways, he now says, and my wife also.
Oh, he's
But
recognizing.
He's
Good.
I love
You're
that.
training him.
That's been about the last year, 6 months.
Well, Dave has this one jacket he wears. It's green, but he was in the service too. So,
Mhm.
and he has a hat that he wears, and we always get discounts. The funniest thing, one time we went to a restaurant and that has great custard. And this was about 10 years ago.
Mm.
And they gave us one regular price and one senior price for the concrete things, little mixers. And I looked at him and I went, which one of us is the senior? And it was so funny. I don't know who they thought it was, me or him. I wasn't a senior then. Neither was he.
Let's go back. Let's see here. So Scott said we're always chatting about him. That's right. We do. But all good things. And then Jesse said, that must be why I'm deteriorating slowly. No life left in me. Jesse.
Because of why?
I don't know. I think I'm
You need to eat fresh fruit.
fried to eat fresh fruit.
Yeah.
And then you've got a real big brother, but mama didn't need to raise me. Thank you. And then
I got one of them kits that come to the house. It's Create a Son. And you
Yeah.
just pop it together
and we got Scott.
and we got Scott.
And then let's see here. Jesse said, yes, I went to Duke Brothers coffee shop because each month, first Wednesday, they hand out Dutch Brothers stickers with your order. Oh, let's see here. And Scott is having homemade butter tarts. And then Scotty says he had egg and cheese omelet with toast and tea.
Oh,
I had something very similar. For breakfast, I had eggs, an English muffin, and a banana.
Oh.
And then, Grayson. Becky asked us to say hi to Grayson. Hi, Grayson. Hey, Grayson. Hi, Grayson. And then Jesse said, it's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl.
Oh.
Female veterans.
Oh.
You are, yes.
Yes. Make sure I'm not missing. Let's see here. And Desert Goat said, I'm from Arizona originally. It's considered a desert. I also raised pygmy goats years ago.
Oh.
Well, I lived in Arizona too. Whereabouts, Desert Goat, did you live at? I lived in Tucson for a while.
Mhm.
So I, for 6 years, actually, I lived there and I didn't want to move back to Indiana. I loved Tucson. But then I don't know that I would have my crazy chickens, which
Mhm.
is pretty cool.
That's right. You wouldn't have your girls.
I got a call from Sir Grace
Yeah.
yesterday. One of my girls that has never been broody went broody yesterday.
I know.
My little Clo bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, my little Clo. Her name is Chloe. Yes, her last name is Cluckdashian, like the Kardashians. She's a Cluckdashian.
Well,
Because we had a joke
only
about
natural
that.
she went.
So she went broody.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Oh,
She's got to be broody. Because can you imagine being not being broody?
It's my turn.
It's my turn. Yeah. So she is in the broody breaker, in the broody jail. Let's see.
And somebody asked you yesterday, what's a broody jail?
I know. I hate broody jail.
But it saves their lives.
Yeah. So broody jail, for those who don't own chickens, we call it broody jail, but it's really called a broody breaker. When you don't have a rooster and you don't, want them to sit on eggs, because really they're just bound and determined. When they go broody, they just want to be a mama so bad and raise those baby chicks.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a rooster, they're just sitting on eggs and they quit eating. They'll lose weight. They'll dehydrate. And we have actually, about 2 years ago, we almost lost Coco because she went broody.
Right.
And we were on vacation, so we weren't able to help her break it like the way that we would. One of our kids tried, but he's not a chicken keeper, and no fault to him. I mean, he did exactly what I said, but there are signs that I'm looking for too when they're in the broody breaker. But basically, it's a kennel that we have pulled away from the coop so they don't see their sisters. We play music for them so they're not
fans.
And I have fans going because there's a gland underneath the bottom of the bird that you're trying to cool down. And a couple of days in the broody breaker, they get extra treats. They don't sit in there in a cage all the time. I hate it. I have to be honest, I hate it. But knowing that it'll save their lives because otherwise they lose weight. And I mean, seriously, Coco's comb.
And they're pretty fragile. I mean, are they fragile animals?
They are. They are.
Birds are fragile in general.
Yeah. So, and then we do a reintroduction with the girls. I never put a girl back into a run without supervision. My technique with my girls is I let all of them out to free range and then bring the girl that was in the broody breaker back out. And I always stand next to the one that was in the broody breaker to make sure she doesn't get pecked on hard. After about 10 minutes, they're good to go. And then we're back to being crazy chicken lady.
Well,
some human ladies need that. I'm not against that time.
Oh, wait,
I am on our timeout right now.
Going to comment on that.
Oh, I'm going to comment. That's called a girls trip out.
That's right.
That's what we're doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, and then Kimberly is in the house.
Oh,
Hi, Kimberly.
Well, something that we're doing now that consistently is the snack. Bring your snack.
Yeah, bring your snack, have your coffee, tea.
And we've been looking at, what happened on this day or what is being celebrated on this day today.
Right. And it can be weird and wacky. It can be
weird and wacky. I like
normal. What's a normal celebration?
But these are some weird and wacky. Okay. Today is Festival of Popular Delusions Day. Okay. Delusion.
We have to think about that one for a minute.
Okay. It's Hot Air Balloon Day.
I wonder if we can take a hot air. That's one thing I've not seen down here ever.
Oh, today is
air balloon.
No. International Day for the Fight Against Illegal or Unreported and Unregulated Fishing. that may have come out. But it's fishing.
Fishing is what we're talking about.
Fishing.
Oh, I like this next one. We're at the right place for the next one.
This one, Global Running Day?
No, I'm not running.
National Tailor's Day?
Not that one.
National Moonshine Day?
National Moonshine Day.
Oh, whoopee.
Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. Maybe I need to go.
Good.
Miss Kay and I are going to go do National Moonshine Day.
Oh, it's National Veggie Burger Day?
I like a good veggie burger, I have to say. But I've not had a good one since we had a bowling alley in our town. And they had a snack bar.
Yeah.
And they did. But at one time after Sunday church. You could go in there and get a meal. It was all kind of all
Yeah.
you knew what it was going to be.
Yeah.
Right.
And our doctor, our local doctor, his son owned it, and he
Owned it.
Yeah, and he'd come around with a cart of desserts and salads and things. But anyway, they made the best veggie burger.
Wow.
They really turned me on to veggie burgers.
Wow.
I'll tell you, I've had black bean burgers and I like those.
Yeah.
That's
Those
what
are
I would.
really good.
Yeah.
Well, I have some black bean. You can try.
Okay. We have a recipe.
And
I think
it's
we have a recipe.
and it's also World Environment Day. So
And then
yeah.
Now, Jesse's
Pancho
gonna add
Villa's
in.
birthday. Pancho Villa started out as a bandit, occasionally stealing cattle, but
Yeah.
later became a hero.
Wow.
Yeah, he did. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jesse's right on it because he knows the holidays.
He does, and he's really showing off his skills as the godfather.
You
I wish I had 1/10 of what he can
Yeah.
do.
I know.
No.
I mod for you when I'm there, and I can't even hold a candle. I just there.
I need to be cool like Jesse. See here, sausage roll day from a mixture of chopped meat and seasoning stuffed in delicious casings
Ooh.
comes a flavorful sausage roll.
We're having hot dogs tonight.
So there you
That's
go.
not quite a sausage.
We've eaten a lot of things with chicken in it.
We've eaten
I think
chicken
I'm ready
all
for
week,
something different.
haven't we?
We had like fried chicken from the grocery store.
Mhm.
Chicken
We've had
tenders.
chicken fajitas,
Chicken fajitas.
chicken salad.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've had eggs,
We've had eggs.
Yeah.
which comes from chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been a chickeny
And
chicken.
a little bit of bacon.
Yeah, a
Because we've
little
had
bit.
bacon.
We have bacon.
With bacon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
I think I'm
And
ready
I've
for a
had
burger.
turkey. I've had turkey lunch.
so you've had a bird.
Yeah.
Right? Was
Yeah.
that
Bird
Yeah,
meat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm ready for a hamburger.
Well, we're gonna go to
We're
another
going to
we're going to
Mel's
Mel's
Diner.
Diner. And so we're gonna go there. It's down in Pigeon Forge that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Am I
And
correct?
then your good neighbor and dear friend recommended a store to you that
Yeah.
it's new to us.
What is that?
Hendrix, isn't it? I think it's
Ham.
Hamburgs.
Hamburgs.
Okay.
I had to think that one out. But yeah, I've not been there.
Well, we're gonna check it out. It's like a
It's supposed to
department
be like-
store.
Well, it's supposed to be like a Gordon's or a TJ Maxx.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go and see what they have. I just about
Oh, we went to Buc-ee's. I got
we made a Bucky
Nuggets.
stop, yeah, on the way down.
We
Yeah,
only
I like
stopped
that.
at one. We didn't stop at Severe. Do you know that, like, within about a week or two,
Yeah.
Jesse dropped the date that Sevierville will no longer have the largest Buc-ee's in the United States.
Yeah.
So we need to
Why?
go before we leave
Where?
Well, we
to
will.
Buc-ee's. So that way we can say that we have we went to the largest Buc-ee's in the United States before the one in Texas opens.
Texas is going to be bigger.
Yes.
Texas is going to be
How
bigger
many
than.
pumps are they going to have?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, good morning, Rita's Roost. Good
Hello.
morning. Thank you for lurking. We love our lurkers, so thank you.
Oh, and guess what we did yesterday here at the facility? They in our area there is a bird. You can pay to go onto
To a bird
4
show.
acres of a bird sanctuary. They take
Bird
in
shows.
parrots and macaws and
It's a
just-
rescue,
It's a
but-
rescue.
but open to the public.
Yeah, and but you have to buy tickets, and they're not
Reasonable.
they're reasonable, but
Yeah.
they're not free. But where we're at brought in 3 of the rescued birds
Mhm.
and the caretaker, and he put on a show. Well, the parrot,
The birds put on a show.
the birds put on a show.
He just stood there and talked.
Wow, that was fun,
Yeah, this
and it was
crazy
at
chicken
no
lady.
cost to us, and that was fun.
It was, but I'm actually, it's on my bucket list to go see. It's
Oh,
called-
you are going?
Yeah, I am. Parrot Mountain is what.
Parrot Mountain. Thank you,
Uh-huh.
Parrot Mountain.
Yeah, it's on my bucket list.
And he said, as you walk the 4 acres, or if you want to be in a like a car.
You can do a golf cart. So
Right.
if somebody has mobility problems, they will bring the golf cart out to the car. You just call them. Of course,
Right.
you got to pay for it. It's like $60, I think.
Right.
But they will drive you around. You'll have your own
And there's
personal.
scriptures everywhere.
Yeah, it's biblical.
It's
but you'll have
biblical.
your own tour guide taking
Yeah.
you through it. I think
Yeah.
$60 to have your own tour guide. And you don't have to walk the full thing.
I
Even if
couldn't
you
walk the
don't
4
have
acres.
mobility problems, it sounds like
I couldn't walk the 4 acres.
Well,
so
I could, but
You could, yeah.
but even just to have your private.
And I think
Tour
some of
guide.
them with you could, but
Let's see here. Are you in Texas? No, I'm not. I'm
Midwest.
near the San Antonio. Oh, I wonder if he's talking
Oh, when you lived in,
Talking to Jesse.
Jesse, maybe. Moonshine Day. Okay, are we talking the 75% alcohol content or the so-called 40% content? If it's 75% alcohol content, it's the real deal. 40%, not so much. That's okay. You didn't have to retract that, by the way, Desert Goat. You're fine.
There
I'm just going to say it's all of the above in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge.
Yeah.
So I think it's equal opportunity.
they have the original
It's all good.
too, which is pretty high.
Yeah, they have.
Buc-ee's will open the new 75,000 square foot travel center in, I don't like how this heart thing is in the middle, in Lulling, Texas, I guess, on June 10th. For those of you keeping score,
Wow.
that's 1,000 square feet larger than the one in Sevierville, Tennessee, that opened in 2023.
Well,
My goodness.
All Tennessee has to do is add on a side building and reclaim the statue of being the largest.
They could. They probably won't, though.
They
but
won't.
That's
But
a
they
nice.
could.
But what's interesting to me, because in comparison to the one that's in Richmond, Kentucky, because
Uh-huh.
we've been to both.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So the one that's in Richmond and the one that's in Sevierville, for me personally, I would have thought the Richmond one was bigger because it is
big.
pretty big, but I don't like it.
It's
But the one in
huge.
Sevierville feels smaller. I don't know why. It's kind of like there's a Walmart that they say is the biggest one in part of
Where I live.
yeah.
In the
And then to
in
me,
the
I walk
Midwest,
in there
in-
and I feel like it's like the smallest one. They do something to it that throws me off. So it's a me issue. Oh, Luling. Sorry, Luling. That's okay because it's like everybody says Louisville. That's hard for me to say. Louisville.
Louisville.
It's Louisville.
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 But I do say Louisville too.
Or Detroit.
Oh, Detroit.
Detroit.
Da, da,
or
da.
Mackinac Island.
Mackinac
Mackinac.
Island. Mackinac.
Or Worcester, Mass.
Or Warwick Castle. It's Warwick.
It's
The W silent.
It's Worcester. If you're in Mass, it's Worcester.
I have to tell this story. So
We
Miss
used to
Kay
live
and I, we were talking last night about one
Yeah.
of my kids. I'm not going to say which kid, but one of my kids went to actually all of my kids went to British schools. And so one of my kids, I swore had a speech impediment because this child kept saying Thetford with an F, like Frank, Thetford. And I went, but when you read it, it says Thetford with a TH. So I went to his school teacher and I said, I think we need to work on this. And they said, no, it's Thetford.
He was correct.
He was correct. But
Smart kid.
on paper, it said Thetford with a
Well,
TH.
Well,
I'm like, I don't know where the F comes from, but okay.
So
Let's see here. I do have a bottle of rum that's 75% alcohol content that I drink from time to time. Rum is good.
after a long, hard day.
Rum is good.
Yeah.
we've been doing some shopping.
Yeah.
And the other day, you and I and your niece, my great niece, we stopped off at an attraction
We did.
and we went there and you and one of your daughters, you
The
went
other,
shopping.
the other daughter.
The other
Not the cool daughter, the other daughter.
The other daughter.
Oh.
Why don't you show what you purchased?
Oh.
Yeah, let's see what you bought while we were.
I mean, this is just one of the things that you
Well,
purchased.
in New York, you had to have a license plate on the front and back
of your vehicle.
of your vehicles. But here we are. We only have to have it on the back. So I had this made. Let's see. Oops. I'm trying to do it like that. Ta-da. This is going on the front of my little car.
I think it's pretty cool.
Mimi. On my little Mimi.
Yeah, her horn goes meet me. It's not serious. She needs to get one of those.
And Lynn
your-
Show, YouTube.
Yeah,
Huh? Yeah.
the official.
The official, because we are official. But yes, that's
I think
going to
that's
go on.
pretty cool.
I asked, and the guy that has this little shop in the mall there in Gatlinburg, and I asked him, I said, have you done very many YouTubers? And he said, not really. He said, I've done a couple of TikTokers and,
Oh,
so I may have, It's possible I was his first.
Ooh.
Just saying.
You're cool.
But I don't know.
You're the cool grandma.
I'm the cool grandma. But anyhow, yeah.
Giving those granny kisses as she's
And
driving
that-
down the road.
I can say this because Dave will not watch this. My husband. I got a t-shirt made for him with his channel name on it.
Well, that's awesome.
Father's Day.
For
That's
Father's
awesome.
Day. If I can wait that long, it's a couple weeks. So
You can.
I want to.
I have faith in you.
I want because I usually like to take him home something. He doesn't. He don't care either way. You know what I mean?
I have faith in you.
But yeah, I think I'll wait. It'll be his Father's Day. So Dave's Gaming Cave is going to have its first t-shirt.
So if ID Jester pops in, don't tell him.
Yeah, don't tell him ID. Don't tell him Jester.
So, so you are saying he's no longer a license plate virgin.
There's a very good possibility I could have been his first. Very possibility. And can you imagine at my age being his first?
I mean, can you imagine?
He was probably about Glenda's age.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not so gross.
In the meantime, Aunt Lynn and
I
I
know.
and my niece,
We're going down a terrible.
Aunt
Silly,
Lynn and my niece went to the Ripley's Aquarium.
I think they're done with us.
Oh, well, we can just say hello to our neighbors because they are on the channel. So anyhow, we went down and saw different kinds of fish.
We
And,
did. It was awesome, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
yeah, and then there was a display, a Polynesian display,
Yeah.
an interactive one. And then you stood on like the circle and then you dance and your dance showed up in the monitor in like a lot of little dots.
Yeah.
So we
And then they
danced it out.
Yeah. And you could see your hands.
Yeah. So we did Polynesian dancing, like a
It was
like a
really
haka
cool.
type.
So we need to
Mhm.
gather the other
And
girls,
then-
tell them to start getting ready.
Well, and
Can-
then just one moment.
Congrats. Let's see, Cougar Ann. Grrr.
That's what actually in real life she and I are pumas in real life.
Oh, I think we're
No,
probably
we're not
some-
cougars. We're pumas.
I think
Pumas.
we're beyond a puma.
Oh.
We're a
We're
I don't know what
puma.
we are.
We're not a bobcat.
We're bobcats.
We're older than our husbands,
I don't know. Yeah.
but
What do
we're
you?
not cougars.
No. Well, okay. What do you?
We're pumas.
All right. Wait a minute. Let me look it up.
So Desert Goat said, I had a friend who was pulled over by the police near me. The whole license plate thing sucks. And that the cop had to be informed that Louisiana state laws are way different than Texas state. In Texas, you have to have your license plate on your front and back
Yeah,
of your
back.
vehicle.
That's what I.
Laws, lucky female cop was cool about it, and the male cop not so much. Well, here's the thing. All they have to do is look up the laws for each of the states. Can't do anything if the law says one license plate. And
Right.
each state is so different. I know overseas you have to have one on the front and on the back too, both when we lived in Japan and
Yeah.
England. But some states just require it on the back. Ooh, Victoria G is in the house. Hey, Victoria. Good to see you. I'm sorry I keep
Hi.
looking down or trying to keep the chat because we're having problems with the computer again.
I was trying to read here what it said. What age is old? And this is an article.
I think age is just how you feel inside. No, I heard who's the lady that made the wrap dress? What is her name? She made the wrap. She's very famous for the wrap dress back in the 70s. I heard an interview with her yesterday, and she said, why do we ask people how old you are? Why don't you ask how old or how many years have you been living? In the sense of,
Oh, Diane von Furstenberg.
yes, she wants to know, when have you gotten up and lived your life to the fullest? How many years have you done that? Instead of your actual physical age, how many years have you gotten up and lived your life, your best life?
She was a very pretty lady.
Yeah, I thought it was such a good. How many years have you lived your best
Well,
life?
I have to say something.
Uh-oh.
You are a panther and I am a cheetah.
Oh.
Well, I'm a cougar.
Oh.
Let's see, a lot. Oh, I've already read that comment.
That's funny.
Okay.
That's
I was-
too bad.
Well,
But I think how many years are you that you lived your life? Like actually the best life.
my best.
How many years would you say you've lived your best life?
Okay. Well,
I think child rearing age was
Child
my
rearing.
best
till I was like
when my kids were.
17.
But like when you didn't stress and that you enjoyed
Oh.
life.
When
Oh, as a
How many
teenager.
as a kid.
Not when, how many years of your life
Oh,
in total?
17.
17 years. That's not very many, Mom.
Well, that
You
was
got-
that
so
was
you're
the
not
first-
living your best life right now.
Well, right now it was. Yes, I am.
Well, then you got to add that to 7
well, hold
to your
on.
age.
Hold on.
Okay. Because your age may be more than what you're giving yourself credit.
Hold on.
what's yours?
Well, I'm gonna finish, right?
No. Oh,
Can I
mean,
finish?
Well, if you got to count, you got to have too many
Well, I
toes
had
and
the
fingers.
first 17
Uh-huh.
and then these previous 18.
So 25,
18 plus
Oh, 35.
17.
35.
So she's
And in
35.
between,
She's 35.
there was some weirdness happening.
So she's 35 years old. And we're going with that.
Yes.
That's not very old.
No.
You need to be older than that.
Well, the last 18 have been very good because we just had our 18th wedding anniversary.
Aww.
Recently. And the first 17, I was a kid, had no responsibilities. Hey, who doesn't like that?
Yeah.
And then in between, there was some goofy years and there was some awful stuff. And then there was some dumb decisions. But
You're here.
the past 18 have been pretty darn good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Because
Okay.
she wants you to focus on living your best life.
You got to live your
That's what
best-
I love
Right.
about that interview. That's what I took away from it. It wasn't like, what age were you? Like, you're just your best,
Right.
what was your best year? It's not that. It's you living your best life.
Right.
Which I thought that was such a good way of
Sure,
putting it instead of
sure.
like making age seem such a horrible
Yes. Yeah. And I think, Lynn and I we're a lot older than you. And I
Yeah.
just told you through the years, I've told you like, what happened to me when I turned 40, the minute I turned 40, I needed reading glasses or reading
thing.
contacts.
But you always had glasses.
Well, I had contacts, I had glasses.
But even every
But-
bit of my childhood, I remember you in glasses.
Yeah.
So you wore glasses.
But when I turned, but only for distance. But it was like the minute 40 hit rather, had to have the bifocal. So then I went to like monovision. One eye was this is my reading eye and this is my sight eye. And I've gone back to them. I do have a pair of glasses. It's so funny because I used to, like, Lynn would go and try to look, she'd try on all these different eyeglasses. And I really like yours, both of yours. And I'm like, she had these ones like this. And I'm like, what do you think? And I'm like, I think they're kind of too big. What in the
I've
heck?
done that before.
Do you know what I did? That's what I did. I went, Lynn, my new glasses
They are big.
they're too big.
But my last year glasses were too big. They went down like above my, like down into
Yeah.
here. No, not last year, the year before.
So I don't
Oh,
know.
I hated those things.
I did it. That was kind of dumb, but
Mhm.
I just use them in the morning and at night.
Well,
So-
I have to wear glasses because for me, it was both that went when I
Yeah.
hit 40.
Yeah.
I never wore glasses
Oh, yeah.
ever.
And then 50 bright is going to bring you some new surprises.
Don't tell.
And 60 is going to bring you some new surprises. And beyond that, you're going to have lots
Well,
of fun.
I'm going to have lots of fun in general. That's how I'm going to choose to live my life. I'm going to have fun.
Yeah, that's a wonderful way to live. And that's why we are here on YouTube, is just to bring a little bit of fun into your life or a laugh. You can laugh at us. I don't care.
All good.
You can laugh with us. That's even better. And, like we say, everybody has a story. And my calendar now is empty. We've had consistent
yeah.
guests from the first of the year to now. And my guest book is empty.
Uh-oh.
I know my guest book is
But
empty.
next week,
well,
let's talk about next week.
okay, let me put this up here first.
Okay.
If you would like to be a guest on the Ann Lynn Show, please send me an email
Please.
All you got to do is say, yeah, I'll come on. It's an easy process. You don't have to download or do anything. I send you an email, you click on the link, and you're backstage. And then I can bring you in. And it's fun.
It is.
It is lots of fun. So be thinking about when you could be available. And if you are not available on a Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, we can make arrangements to get with you and do a video at your convenience. And we would put it out at, to release on a Wednesday at 10. And, and so as a premiere, and then we can all be in the chat together, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So there's lots of ways to do this. So just give me an email, right?
Right. But next week, I think you're going to do something pretty cool and fun.
Yeah.
Next week is going to be a drop the mic or open mic.
Open mic.
We can
Open
drop
mic.
them too.
Right.
Because this is what I'm going to do. Next week, we're going to be like this, all on screen like this. I won't bring you up. I won't, you know what I'm saying? You got to have a little icon. Well, it'll default to whatever. And I'm going to have open the mic, and I'm going to drop my link over in the chat, and you can click on the link, and then I can bring you in, and we're going to do it like this, podcast style. And I think it'll be fun, because I think sometimes there's a little pressure when you don't want to be on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Some people go,
I can't do it. And
Right.
But they can talk.
But they can talk. And yeah, you can talk to them on the phone. So this is what we're going to do next week is going to be open mic with Ann. And we're going to do our little icon like this.
The fun thing is that you don't know if I'm sticking my tongue out.
You don't know.
You can be in your pajamas.
I could be like, putting
You can be in the bathtub.
Oh, Lynn.
or
No.
in a hot tub.
Oh,
That's better. Be
Wait.
in a hot tub.
Yeah.
Hot tub.
Oh,
Don't-
the camera's back.
Don't come on.
I gotta keep my hands down.
Don't show up backstage in your bathtub because I won't bring you in.
They will actually see you.
I will see you.
Right.
Just that the other people won't
Won't
see
see
you.
Well, Ann's
So
a big
please
girl.
be decent.
Yeah.
Ann's
Caveat.
a big girl.
No, nobody come backstage looking in their birthday suit, please.
Hey, I need to change gears just for a second.
Yes.
Victoria said I needed these laughs. I had
Oh.
to take our senior dog to the vet to have a lappinectomy this morning. So we'll keep you in
What's
prayers.
her first name?
Victoria.
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 I understand that our pets are our family.
They are.
Yes, they
And
are.
I actually went through some things with my late dogs, though
Mhm. And I had a beautiful golden doodle, and right after his first birthday, we had to say goodbye at the vet, and we know the heartache that is, and so we'll just keep
her
you
in
in our prayers. That
baby in prayers.
how
too.
old is the baby? Did she say?
No, she just said
Senior.
She's a senior. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the things about our pets.
Yeah, they're family.
They're family,
Yes.
they're companions, they can be you may not have anybody else in your household, just maybe
No.
your pets.
No.
And they become your life.
Absolutely. Our cat, it's different than a puppy dog, but our cat lived to be 19 years old.
Well, it's not really
And
different.
I still call for him once in a while. All I had to say was, Alex, it's night time, and boom, he was on that bed.
Yeah.
He knew so many words, he just knew so much. If I was in the office and my husband was in the living room, he'd be in the hallway so he could keep an eye on both of us,
Right.
He was that way. And
Right.
and we're so thankful that we had him for 19 years, which
That's a very long.
there's cats who live to be 25 and 30, but that's rare.
Right.
It's pretty rare. And 19 was rare for us.
Well, and then I have a dog currently that was diagnosed with copper storage disease. And we had to do a biopsy with him. And that was really,
Oh,
really hard.
that was surgery.
It was surgery, and it was not cheap. And they had to remove a tumor off of his liver. And thankfully we found out they did run the test. That's how we know he has copper storage disease. There's only one way to find out, and that's through biopsy. And we caught it early, and thankfully, I mean, he's living a full life. And when I tell people the dog's age, it's like, are you sure? Because he's still
spry.
He's happy. He plays. He's a service dog. He still does his task.
Mm-hmm.
And he's doing great. So, I mean, but yet at the same time, it was very scary to go through that. We went through that last year, actually. That was our little scare with our fur hero.
So we understand your pain this morning.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
And our thoughts and prayers will be with you. And, well, you guys, I think we've been on here.
Well, we just got one more request.
Sure.
One more request.
Okay.
We were in a store yesterday.
Yeah.
We went to
we're an
artist. It was an artist.
Crafts.
And I bought these gorgeous earrings there.
Those are your.
Let me see.
Aren't they cute? They almost they got like mermaid.
And they're pure silver.
Yeah, they're handmade.
It was an artist gathering.
Yeah.
And so we went. So Ann and I went. And we all went into the building, and the girls kind of meandered out. And so Ann and I stayed and was talking to a lady checking this out. Anyway, the owner of the building, she just found out she's in the hospital, and she found out that she has cancer that's metastasized. Stage 4.
Her name is Sherry.
And we told her that we would let our YouTube family know to pray for Sherry.
Yes.
She does know the Lord Jesus.
She's a woman of faith.
She has Bible studies. She has Bible studies there at her business. And today she said to her friend, her friends are keeping her business open so that she has income coming in. They're all just volunteering, I imagine, and coming in and just helping Sherry. And she said, could she be there for the Bible study? So they're gonna, Facebook it or however you do it,
Right.
So Sherry was going to be able to be.
Well, what she said too was Sherry recently became
a Christian.
I think she was, but she is not.
Rededicated her life.
She rededicated.
And she's got a hunger and thirst.
Yes, yes. And so she was on fire.
Just found out about
and then found out about this. Yeah. And that's kind of how the enemy is. Anytime something good comes, he tries to do something, knock you out. But she's, she's a woman of faith, and she knows that where she's going. And so she's not stressed about it, you know. Right. And that's really all.
She's got a community of faith.
Yeah. And I said, we still believe in miracles.
Oh, absolutely. Our mother is a miracle, and she's 93 years old today.
Is there anything too hard for God? And the answer is no. But sometimes prayers are not answered the way we hope they would be.
Correct.
And only God knows why. Right. But she's a woman of faith, though. That's right. That's number one. And if you do not know the Lord, I would urge you right now to start asking, there is a God, and yes, he does love you. And yes, the world has a lot of troubles, but you can have peace. We know exactly what's happening. There's a lot of junk going on. You can't hardly get away from it, and this being in 2024, there's double junk, and it's hard to get away from it, but you do need to. We still have a God that answers prayers. We know that the Bible prophecy is going to happen, and we are seeing a lot right now. If you are questioning whether or not there's a God, let me tell you, there is.
That's right. And if you have any questions,
email us.
Email us, and we'd be glad. Or if you have private prayers that you don't want to put over on the chat, and I'll tell you something. When Ann gets prayer requests in at our email, she calls me immediately, and we pray right then. We don't just put it off like, we'll pray after. We'll pray right then. Usually, not usually, always. We pray right then because they're important. And I'm going to tell you something. A puppy dog, a kitty cat, your house, your washing machine, if it's important to you, a family member, a stranger, if it's important to someone, it's important to the Lord.
Absolutely.
And nothing Nothing is too small. If he said have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, that's pretty small. If you have a care the size of a mustard seed, and never compare your care to someone else, because somebody can have what you look at them and you think it's a mountain and yours is a molehill. Don't ever do that, because your molehill is a mountain to you.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And you don't know, you look at them and you think it's a molehill, a mountain, and they'd probably just be sailing right through it.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't compare yourself to someone else when it comes to your prayer requests. Oh, God don't care about me. He cares about, he has the hair on your head numbered. Mm-hmm. So he cares about you.
Yes.
So one other thing, we're talking about prayer requests.
Yeah.
We lost Charles from Fallen Arkansas veterans.
Yes. This group.
And he was a Christian.
Yes.
If you go to Fallen Arkansas Veterans Memorial, well, the memorial is very touching, but it was his next to last video. He tells you get straight with the Lord, and so I know straight talking man went right up to heaven. But keep his 2 kids in your prayers as they're navigating life without him.
Yes.
And I know that Jesse had said something about when he had been taken to the hospital in hospice. He had cancer, so he went in and he did a post, and everybody, sent their wishes and well wishes. That Charles's daughter read those to him before he was able to pass, so he knew how much this community loved him, and we want to keep that support going for his kiddos too. That we are putting our arms around them and thinking of them too. And if they're not, I don't know if they're saved. I don't know anything. But if they're not, pray for their salvation. But for sure,
anything that's the most important to you, you should have. You want to know that you're secure in the Lord. That should be. Everything else is temporary, but eternity is a very long time. And so, our lives here, how many people, we were talking about this recently, that we knew they're gone now. And and you said it was like a dream. It was like a dream having Dad here. We looked at a picture of him, our father, and it stirred up emotion in Lynn. It was like, was it just a dream, or was Dad here? It's just like, we want to talk to him, and he's not here, but we'll see him again. And that's what I told that lady in the store before we left. I told her, I said, we may not see you again here, but we know we'll see you again. And she said, absolutely. Absolutely. So there's going to be a big homecoming sometime. Some of us get it sooner than others, and that's okay.
Yeah. And Jesse posted, if you want to send cards or letters it's Michelle and Justin is Charles' kids. Yeah. If you want to send letters to Michelle for support.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine. Please go ahead and Jesse has posted that address. I know that they would absolutely appreciate and love that. And this community is just so loving and supportive. Yeah. If you want, can you post that, Mom?
Sure can.
Thank you. There it is. There's the address.
Charles Foster, 1797 County Road.
Yeah.
001.
You're sending it to Michelle Foster, his daughter.
And that's, how do you pronounce that name? Zavilla, Texas, 75980.
Do me a favor, please.
Yes.
I need you to take a picture of that for me.
I sure can.
I can get a card out Saturday.
There you go. We make sure that's basically screenshot. She was trying to do that and she couldn't. So
good. Thank you.
Now she's got the address. So thank you, Jesse.
Thank you, Jesse. I know it was up the other day and I didn't get it fast enough. It was in chat. So
yeah, that's okay. Now you got it. That's the most important thing.
Well, I think it's about lunchtime.
Yeah, I think it's time to go get some food.
I think we're going to Mel's Diner.
I know. I've never been to this restaurant. They have all been, and I have yet to go.
You haven't been?
I've done so many things in Gatlinburg.
I will say this. It's very, very loud, very fast, very
great food.
Great food.
As
great atmosphere, fun.
Fun.
I'm looking
So
forward to that. That sounds
everybody plan to be here next Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's going to be open mic with Ann, and we'll talk about just about anything, but almost.
good. Almost.
Yeah.
And you can use your avatar.
Use your avatar.
That's actually be Avatar Day, won't it?
It'll be Avatar Day.
Avatar Day. Oh, you got to put that out there. Avatar Day with Ann.
Yeah,
There you
Avatar
go.
Day. That's
There you go.
awesome.
Yeah, we're going to be not talk about everything, okay?
Oh,
But-
of course not. You're going to bring in just some retreat from all the
Let's talk
hectic,
about
chaotic life.
stuff we did as kids
Yeah.
that you can't do now.
Like you can't get the BB gun. You might shoot your eye out.
Well,
You have to wear your seatbelt because heaven forbid mom's arm is no longer your seatbelt.
Oh, the boom.
boom. Oh, you know what they call that? Stopping short.
Stopping short.
Yeah, because there was
Oh, it's a pew pew. Sorry.
pew,
Don't
pew,
worry
pew.
about it.
You know, I'm not.
Seinfeld, there was an episode where oh gosh, it was who's the little short guy with him? There's Jerry, and who's the other guy? The little short guy. And his parents were there, and Kramer took the mother for a ride somewhere, and he went to stop, and he went like that.
Yeah.
And then the mother went in and said, oh, Kramer did this. He did the short stop with me. Oh, and it made his dad so mad. That's my move. He can't do. That's my move. So
Oh my goodness. Well, I just remember being a little kid.
George
George.
Costanza's parents. Yeah, George's mom. She got a ride from him, and he went, and she was like, oh,
Oh my goodness.
oh.
Scott said Jesse will be in his mankini.
Oh.
I was thinking of that little gnome that Jesse has.
Yeah.
And he's in his. Oh, you have to. I'll have to show
Don't
you
tell
later.
me.
I'll just show you. Jesse, make that your avatar. That little gnome.
Yeah.
Just the gnomes. You know what I mean?
All righty. All righty.
Get it right, Scott.
Alrighty.
Old mankini. I think the gnome would. It's a funny gnome.
Okay.
He actually has this little gnome.
All right.
It's funny.
Well, we're gonna go. We
Time
love
for
it.
lunch.
Time for lunch. Time for
Bye, everyone.
give granny kisses up
Yes.
to you, and we'll see you next week. And help me fill up my date book.
Yeah.
Help me fill it up, because I don't have anybody scheduled
Right
after
here.
this. So,
Right here.
yep, help us. All right, we'll see you next week right
Bye.
here at the Ann Lynn Show.
Bye.